The next speaker is Dave Mackinnon, the head of technology at Total E&P UK, a development engineer with over 24 years experience. Dave has been with Total for 9 years. He's covered roles as development lead for West of Shetland, as well as international roles on development projects. Dave's current position as head of technology innovation at Total UK, in which he oversees the development and piloting of emerging technologies for this basin. Dave will share with us Total's experience in deploying technologies for the UKCS. Dave, please.
Well, good morning, everyone. Let's do the legal bit first of all, and emphasize that there is no reliance to be placed on the accuracy or the correctness of anything I say. So, Carlo asked that we come along today and big up the North Sea and big up technology. So I think the announcement by Total yesterday bigs up the North Sea and where we see things going. Hopefully I can do some justice today around technology. So really, to put technology into context with respect to Total, I sit within the GRC, the Geoscience Research Centre. That's one of 7 research centres around the world for E&P. That encompasses about 220 people in France and about 80 people, of which I'm one, throughout the world. R&D is a division, effectively, within the E&P structure of Total. The GRC was established in '91, and we currently have a budget of about £8 million per year that we spend on aspects relating to geoscience. Overall, Total Technology has 8 volets, and these I'll come back to in a little bit more detail over the next couple of slides. But these are the core technology strategy investment subjects that we follow through the division of R&D. We've also got 4 prospective labs that are effectively 3-year programs to evaluate new technology and see if it fits within our strategy and see where we can add value. So it's really a playing field for 3 years, of which robotics is one and nanotechnology is another. That technology goes forward into platforms for innovation technologies, PITs as they're known, and these are the main areas where we start to move from TRL 6, 7, 8 into commercialization. So those are the projects that start to push that technology into the main subject or the main body of Total. My role is really technology innovation. It was added in 2014, and I'm a conduit, effectively, from all the group technology, not just E&P, from the UK into that group, and also what's happening within group back to the UK. We also have an active role within the affiliate itself. So the affiliate itself, I'm not going to go into the main assets, but clearly most people will know we have 3 main assets, and they each have their own idiosyncrasies. One, late life, with a lot of subsea architecture. One, ultra HPHT, and now looking to put more subsea infrastructure in going forward. And the West of Shetland, completely subsea, but long-distance tiebacks. So over the years with the assets, we've gone through multi-phase pumps, subsea hips, installing reel-laid electric heat-traced pipe-in-pipe, and it took 15 years of technology development even to get Elgin Franklin off the ground, and it's been a continual evaluation of extended reach drilling. West of Shetland, we've looked more at flow assurance, integrated asset models, and looking at how you start to expand one development, Lagan Tormore, into Edwardor, into Glenlivet, and further developments through that core subsea infrastructure. All of that gets rolled up every 3 years into Plan Vision, which effectively takes all the needs and wants of our assets and categorizes them into the priorities for the affiliate. That Plan Vision goes forward into the group, which effectively sets the strategies for the main technology that we follow over that 3-year period. So Focusing on deep offshore, clearly in the UK we see Subsea as one of the most cost-effective development solutions going forward. Many platforms available for tiebacks. So a long list of technology that we've been working on within deep offshore. But some of the key elements, the electric heat traced pipe and pipe, which was from Alwyn, now tried, tested and understood, moves forward into Xena Phase 2 as a full piece of technology. Going forward, we took some of their new flow assurance understanding and our new electric heat traced, a new electric tree understanding, and applied that to subsea developments going forward. So to help try and unlock constrained reserves and to try and move that forward, we take that technology, and I'll show you an example of that. Another aspect with Subsea is really looking at how we can standardize equipment, enhance the supply chains, and start to look at potential new business models for Subsea. How do you rent trees? How do you utilize Subsea equipment more efficiently? So, looking at some of those technologies, we take Lag & Tormore, the last development that we did in the North Sea. And we've asked the question, would we be able to do it again in the current $50 environment? How would we do it again in the current $50 environment? And through the R&D and through the technologies that we've been working on, we've challenged that. So, the answer is yes, we could do it again. And yes, we could potentially envisage a 20% capex saving. This was looking at the subsea infrastructure primarily, not the topsides onshore facilities. How have we done that? We've done that by changing the hydrate management strategy, implementing an all-electrical solution, and by changing the way that we model and therefore understand the flow assurance, and taking more risk around moving from 2 18-inch production flow lines to 1 24-inch production flow line. We've done that by, okay, there is the 4% saving by sort of tweaks and savings that typically you would do by applying pressure to the engineer to have less luxury or less bells and whistles around the full scheme. But by introducing an anti-agglomerate solution with more understanding and more environmental friendly development now, that removes the MEG system completely and reduces the 8-inch MEG pipeline down the way. I'm conscious of time, so I'm not going through the full development scenario. By moving to all electric, we see a 4% savings. So we have a smaller umbilical, and we have more space in the umbilical for some of the other chemicals. And going from the 2 18-inch to 1 24-inch with a new subsea pig launcher. So it's effectively like a revolving gun that can continually launch pigs over a 3 to 6 month period as you need. We start to see that yes, we can actually achieve developments like Lag & Tormore in the current environment. And the prices and the costs that we assumed were still the sanctioned prices and costs. It's not trying to jump on the reduction in the market at this point in time. It's not also about introducing new technologies in a development scenario. It's about using new technologies in the current climate, in the current operating scenario. We've seen that we are continually striving to outperform, to meet our top quartile aspirations in both production efficiency and unit operating cost. That comes through engaging with the workforce, getting everyone to contribute, and listening to what the workforce has, the ideas, the different technologies that they see in their life, and enabling them to promote it and drive it forward. That comes with a balance, though. You have to demonstrate the support and continued long-term future in the North Sea, and it's a never-evolving circle. But some of the new things that are really starting to emerge in our world is digital work practices and automation. And these are some of the key themes that we're starting to drive going forward. and will hopefully draw benefit over the next couple of years as we implement those solutions. So, in summary, UK technology and the opportunities. Well, first of all, the UK CS and the technology, it keeps us sharp. There's a continual performance improvement in the basin. It's a competitive basin. It makes us competitive. Some of the technologies that are pushing us forward at the moment is inspection and repair through the Asset Integrity Solutions Centre with the OGTC, the trials that we're doing, moving from an intrusive inspection strategy to a non-intrusive inspection strategy. Enhancing production through data analytics and challenging the way that we drill. But there's more around data analytics through business intelligence and actually starting to have a more modern, informed asset management and decision-making practice by using the data and the historic data that we have. Doing all of that will not change the future of the North Sea. The only way that the North Sea can be secured is through further exploration success. We believe that there are many new discovery opportunities out there. The risk, though, is that the challenge, though, is the risks that are high and the costs are great. So the billion-barrel fields are no longer out there. So you're looking at smaller pockets of oil, but it's still the same cost of the drill rig, the same cost of the well. So that's maybe one of the reasons why exploration hasn't been as strong in the last few years. There might also be a small problem with the oil price. But the positive thing about the North Sea is that with the emerging use of data technologies, machine learning, we can rebalance that opportunity. So prospect assessment, fluid prediction, using the amount of data that is in the North Sea for all the wells, all the fluids, all that understanding, and applying it in a machine learning aspect helps us reduce the technical risk that we see on a prospect before drilling a well, such that we can then take confidence to drill that well with hopefully more success and hopefully enabling the North Sea for many decades to come. Thank you very much.
We have a few questions for Dave. Where are you trying to go? Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much. Yes, please. There is a question there at the back.
Andrew Hyde, INEOS. When you performed your review of how you would have developed Mackinnon using best available technology now, did you also factor in the additional risks, such as obviously going down from 2 pipelines to 1, the reliability of the pig launcher and so on, when you sort of reran the economics of it, or did you just look at the potential CapEx savings?
I read the report last night again to refresh my memory. No, we didn't take into account the technical risks. And certainly in there, there is a balance between management and engineer in terms of if you want the project to fly, you have to potentially take more risks at a lower price than the comfort that you may have at a later life. There is also the aspect of confidence now in knowing what you know, whereas before the uncertainty was greater, and therefore there was maybe a need to cover off some additional risk. But as I said, I read the report last night, and overall I'm comfortable with everything that's been said there. I think it is something that would pass an FID, that we would make that decision to go forward on the understanding that we have today. One of the aspects of the 24 to the 218 is turned down, but within that profile, for example, the last year is the only year that's really affected by that change in turn down. But with the Subsea pig launcher, you can send pigs through on quite a regular basis to manage your liquid hold-up. So overall, I'm quite comfortable that that would be the new development scenario that we would choose for Mackinnon in a $50 environment.
Thank you.
In case we have another question.
Jeb Tyree, British Petroleum. You mentioned production efficiency on one of your slides. How does the Mackinnon totally subsea development stack up? What do you expect the full life production efficiency to be?
With Lag and Tormore?
Yeah.
Lag and Tormore is actually outperforming itself at the moment. So if I remember rightly, we were expecting something like 95% production efficiency, and we're getting 98% production efficiency. So at the moment, it's back to the engineers got their way to give you the high reliability, and that's proving invaluable at this point in time. 98% production efficiency is, there hasn't been, to my knowledge, any subsea issues. Any losses in production efficiency has been through topsides, compressors, things like that.
Okay, so it's still early days. Do you expect to maintain that sort of level?
Yes, I mean, early days, it's year and a half now plus into production. We don't foresee any changes. I mean, the early life scenario around wax and pigging every 3 months was part of that production efficiency. That period effectively has passed now, and therefore there's less pigging, there's more understanding of the fluids and of the way the dynamic flow assurance modelling, so that you have live flow assurance ongoing that gives you warnings for slugs, etc., as you start up or ramp up, ramp down. So there's more understanding around that now. So no, I'm confident that kind of production efficiency can continue.
Okay, thank you. Oh, if I may, one last. Do you have artificial lift in your wells?
No.
No.
Not on Lag and Tormore.
Thank you, Dave.